Welcome back, Pokemon Draft League. It is your captain here, Quincy Stotts, coach of the Lati Daddies, with our first video of Season 5. Not a team overview or draft review like I wanted to. I didn't fit that in, and I thought after getting the first game in, we might as well just hop into it. We don't need to do the whole draft review. Hopefully we'll see everything on my team at some point during the season, so everything should get covered that way. And I mean, my team should get covered in all the other videos everyone else is doing for like power rankings and stuff, so I don't really think I need to go over it myself. Other people take care of it. But I am going to go over my team for this week, where we played the Depressed Dunsparces. I believe we had the first game of the season played last night. And then after we played, there were like 3 or 4 more games that got in that night. So Season 5 is off to a quick start. But got my team here. I'll go over it. First up, I got Poe, the Blaziken. Focus Sash, Flamethrower, Agility, Shadow Claw, and Superpower. My idea for him was to get him out into like something that was leading rocks, possibly. And then set up Agility. And then at that point, he should be faster than everything on his team. And then he does like pretty good damage to everything with Flamethrower, Shadow Claw, and Superpower. And Blaziken being like built the way he is, I guess, stat-wise, he is like a really good mixed attacker. So after I get good speed, he's just popping off full power special attacks and attacks. Granted, Superpower lowers his attack and defense, so I can really only do like maybe 1 or 2 of those before I want to switch out. But even if I just get 1 or 2 of those off, I still can pop off Flamethrower at no penalty. And Shadow Claw hits a couple other things decently hard and doesn't give me a stat drop, so that's nice. Up next, we got the Gengar, Big Wayne. Life Orb, set, Levitate. I don't know what's going on with the IVs here. I don't know why there's 30 in special attack and speed and not 31. That's weird. But he's got Taunt, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, and HP Fire for that. There's a couple things. Magneton. Did he have Magneton on his team? I think he did. But I mainly brought it for the Skarmory because I knew that being like his OU pick, he was going to try to bring it and set up like spikes or rocks or something. So HP Fire hits Skarmory pretty hard on Gengar. And then Taunt obviously stops any shenanigans moves, and then Shadow Ball and Sludge Bomb are just good stab. Onto Tinky Winky, Silk Scarf, Technician. A little bit in HP, enough speed to outspeed everything but Swallow, I believe. And then all in attack and adamant. So he's got U-turn, double hit, fake out, and pursuit. This guy just hits like a monster and hits faster than 98% of the mons in the entire draft. That's probably not accurate. Don't check me. Next up, we got the Mothra. I think it's might be one of my stronger picks from the NU, the crap tier. Just cause like with his ability, Sleep Powder hits like 98% accuracy, and Sleep, as well, if you don't know, it's been covered before by someone, but Sleep is a little stronger in this generation. So I think just putting a Scarf on this guy and trying to put something to sleep is a good idea. And then obviously we'd have to switch out right away because we're scarfed, but he could come back and eat later, hit Dream Eater. Shadow Ball hits his team decently hard, and Bug Buzz hits a couple things really hard too. So Mothra or Butterfree's main role this week was to put people asleep, but can do some decent damage with the Scarf right away too. Might catch him off guard. Next up, we got Dipsy the Hitmonchan. Iron Fist, I'm pretty sure that's his only ability in this gen. Leftovers, and then he's kind of running a bulk up like sustain set. After 1 or 2 bulk ups, he's doing pretty decent damage to everything. Bullet Punch is there for priority, and he like I don't know, his I kind of like spread out his stats out everywhere just so that after 1 bulk up he'd be like pretty good at everything, and he didn't need a ton of investment right away. Because I didn't really need him to like one-hit KO or anything. I just wanted this guy to sit there, get his stats up, and just become a nuisance, basically. And then he has Rapid Spin as well, because my team, like in most seasons, I've noticed, is pretty weak to rocks. Butterfree takes half, Gyarados takes like 25%, I think, and then Poe takes 12. But if he didn't have the fire typing, he'll only be taking 6. So yeah, rocks are pretty good against my team. So he's here to help us with that. Then last on the team, we got Power Fuel Fish, Choice Banded, Intimidate, with 4 damaging moves. I don't see anything else I would want to do on Gyarados this week. Just big damage. Intimidate's a really good ability. Helps me check things like the Machamp and a couple of other physical mons. So with that, I'm gonna hop in the game. Switch over my Streamlabs here. Cool. And start. So we're leading Blaziken, hoping to get like a Skarmory lead or something, but he comes out with the Machamp. So we're gonna switch into Gyarados, get the Intimidate off, and then we're gonna hit it for a little Outrage. I think Aqua Tail was doing more here, but in the case that he switched, Outrage was doing like the most consistent damage to his team. So that's what I went for on that. And then he hits us with a Dynamic Punch and instantly confuses us. And because of Outrage, I didn't know that we couldn't, it locked us from switching out. I knew it like was your only choice for like 2 or 3 turns, but I thought you still had the option to switch out. So we learned a little bit in this first game here about Outrage mechanics. So we hit him, we actually hit ourselves in Confusion if we go back, and it does quite a bit. I think it did like 20% damage or something. 77, and then actually I might have done 25. He protects, we take, yeah, it did 25% damage, or 26. But we get out into Butterfree. He was taking most hits from Machamp pretty well at -1 attack. We sleep the Skarmory, which is pretty good for us. Get into Gengar. In hindsight, I think I should have gone into Blaziken here, because Blaziken one-shots with Flamethrower. But I wanted to get Gengar out for some reason. So I HP Fire, and he wakes up, I think, as soon as possible. I think in this gen you're asleep for at least 2 turns, and that's how long he was asleep. So, it did the bare minimum, but it did enough to feel effective. We got a free switch in and some damage off, so that's pretty good. He reads a Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball was killing Skarmory, and on the chance that he switches something, I want to do decent damage. So, but, we end up doing none to Dunsparce. And we poison him with a Sludge Bomb, and he misses an Aqua Tail, which probably doesn't matter too much in the long run. I don't think it matters at all, actually. It only doesn't matter because Jinx one-shots us here. We find out it is Scarfed. Had Jinx not been Scarfed there, Gengar probably swept his whole team, maybe? I'm not sure. Torkoal comes out, and he's going to start setting up rocks. So I'm going to U-turn out of the Tinky Winky there. And I saw this as an opportunity to start setting Dipsy up. Torkoal can't do a whole lot to me. And then we get hit with a crit. So that changes things a little bit. And I'm just going to let this play out. We kind of just punch each other for a while here. I got one bulk up off, but after taking that crit from the Flamethrower, I didn't feel safe to try to set up another one. So I just Drain Punch him for a while. And unfortunately, I think I should have gone for another bulk up in hindsight, because we should have been living. Or we lived another one, basically no matter what, unless he crit again or got a really high roll. So I think there we could have gotten 2 off and maybe won this Torkoal battle. But he eventually just wore us down. We died. We get into Gyarados here, and he protects our Earthquake. So there I was thinking he might have figured out that I was Choice Band, and he might be switching into Skarmory. And then Earthquake obviously isn't doing that, anything to a flying type. So I take this to switch out in Blaziken. But he does not switch. He stays in and throws up rocks again. So I take the opportunity to set up agility since Torkoal can't really do anything to me. Unfortunately, I can't do a ton of damage to him either. Shadow Claw is doing like 12%. Also, in hindsight, another misplay. I should have been clicking Flamethrower here. Flamethrower does like 30%. He doesn't have like Fire Absorb or anything. It's just doing more damage. So I should have been doing that instead. But oh well. I eventually superpower him, and then I think I kill him with Flamethrower after he protects again. I don't quite remember. Let it play. Yeah, we hit him with Flamethrower. Then the Jinx comes out. I wish I had put more points into speed. I was relying too much on the agility, getting me up naturally, because Scarfed Jinx is still faster. So he takes me out with a psychic. Tinky Winky comes in, and then I kind of thought he would switch out, predicting a fake out or something. So I end up clicking Pursuit, and then we get hit because he's not switching out. But Pursuit kills anyway, so it's not terrible. He comes in, he lets his Flame Orb proc with Protect, and then from here he just kind of destroys my team. Butterfree takes half damage on coming in, dies, and then Gyarados just doesn't have enough bulk left to take not even a -1 attack. It's just too much because he was sitting at like what 25% health or something. Yeah, 26% health from a burned facade, probably max attack Flappy Bird there. So, you know, we end the first game. Where am I? There we go. End the first game in a 0-3 against the Depressed Dunsparces. Also, Wilfy, if you're watching this, awesome name on the Torkoal. I just like the name Nigel for some reason. Thought it was cool. But we threw GG's up in chat, had a nice little talk. The choice Scarfed Jinx really caught me off guard. But all in all, I think I should have just played better, and maybe if I did, we had a chance to win this game. But yeah, it was a fun first game for Season 5, so I'm looking forward to see what happens in the future of the season. And with that, I have nothing else to say other than that we play Noah next week. So, I'll be team prepping, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.